Back in the shop. Well, this is the one I've been waiting for. The old German violin is put back together, sounds great, and I'm really happy with it. So, I mean, it's not a full restoration. I mean, there's dings and it scratches and everything, but the cracks and the major flaws are all fixed. And it plays well. And even though I can't play it, but it plays well. And it's gonna probably go back to its owner next week sometime. So I'm real happy with it. And now, what else is going on? Well, this is a violin I'm working on, and it's getting there. I just cut out the top. I'm going to have to start working on that. So that'll be in the process. And as always, necks and scrolls, I do them when I'm waiting for glue to dry or something else. And this violin, it's together in one piece after 83 years. So that's kind of exciting. And when I was working on it, it just reminded me of how violins haven't changed in 400 years. And their shape and form is perfection. And that is kind of exciting to me. I mean, we all violin makers are making violins, and we do our own little tweaks in that, but it's basically the same instrument. And that's reassuring and exciting, and shows you the forethought that the early makers, the Stradivariuses, and that thought about their violins and how to make them. And it's for them to be the same today is kind of exciting. So what else is happening in the shop? I tell you, I had a visitor, and he's a first-time violin maker. He wanted to meet me and talk about violins and how we do it and that. And we had a really good meeting. And while he was here, he was taking pictures with an old film camera. And I really didn't pay too much attention to it, but he sent a picture back to me of me in my shop. And I really appreciate that. And it's kind of captured the shop in a way I really never looked at it before. And it means a lot to me. And that got me thinking about, he was here and I was trying to help him, and he really didn't need much help because he was a very good craftsman. And his first violin looks absolutely tremendous. I mean, it's a piece of work. It's good. But when I started, I needed a lot of help. And the internet, how I reached out, and people just were glad to answer questions, and I appreciate that. And I was thinking about his old camera and that, and how the new phones, you got a camera for everything. I can take a picture of a problem. I can send it. There's a guy in Indonesia I can send it to. 15 minutes later, he's answering me. Same thing with, there's a guy in Iran. I haven't heard from him for a while. I hope he's okay. But I used to send him stuff or ask him stuff, and he'd send it back. He sent me some plans for a tool he made, and I got one I made just like it. And it's how the internet has made communication so much better. And then really my main mentor, Danforth in Maine, without him I couldn't be where I am today. I mean, he showed me how to make violins, and he sent me drawings, diagrams. We talked on the phone about different problems, and it was a huge help. And that's what I like about this community. there's the pros who they keep everything close to the chest, but the guys like me share. There's a guy on the internet right now, Cooper Violin, excellent craftsman. I watch his videos. He does really, really good work, and he's free with his information too. And because he's trying to get information too, and he's also free with what he does. And a lot of the stuff he does is, I don't want to say it's cutting edge, but it's different. And that's kind of exciting because even though the violin stays the same, how you get to that point changes. And that's the biggest thing that changes in violin making. But okay, that's all I got. The German violin is done. It's actually a Frankenstein. I think the back is different from the front and the sides, and has a different neck now and new fingerboard, and so, but it's finished. So that's all I got now, and next time this top here will probably be carved, and we'll be talking about cutting F-holes. So I'll talk to you later.